Okay, Greg. The United Kingdom wants to block out the sun.
Boo.
Have you heard about this?
Oh, here I have. If you want me to play this in the background, listen. And Donnie, I think we need to talk in our English accents.
I'm not very good with English accents, but I'll try.
Oh,
Yes. So
marvelous.
experiments to dim
Love
the
you.
sun in. Here's the headline. Experiments to dim the sun in bid to curb global warming will be approved by the UK government within weeks.
It sounds smashing, Donnie.
Smashing indeed. No. This is.
Was it made by that chap Bill Gates from America?
I believe he did have something to do, some involvement in this. So, okay, coming out of Daily Mail. Okay, so we got. There's nothing quite like going for a walk on a bright sunny day, but basking in the sunshine could soon be a thing of the past. That's because it has emerged that experts are planning on dimming the sun in a bid to curb global warming.
Yeah, Brits. That's what you need to be more pasty.
So experiments to reflect sunlight away from the earth will be given the green light by the government within weeks, the Telegraph reports. Okay. Outdoor trials could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere or brightening clouds to reflect sunshine. On the opposite side. So when the sun's shining down, it reflects it back into space.
Yeah, but who cares? Who cares if you breathe it? I mean, at least you won't have sunburn.
So,
but your lungs will be thrashed. But hey,
the government's Advanced Research and Inventory Agency, ARIA, has set aside 50 million euro for projects which will be announced in the coming weeks. Professor Mark Symes? Okay.
I know that bloke.
And this is how you know that we're reading a story from the UK. Programmy, you see how program is spelled there. Okay, program director, all right, said there would be a small controlled outdoor experiment on particular approaches. We have strong requirements around the length of time experiments can run for and their reversibility, and we won't be funding the release of any toxic substances to the environment, he said. I want to emphasize, he said. He said. Okay, now, Greg.
Yes.
I know your audience is probably familiar with this. I know I'm semi-familiar with this. I'm sure you're familiar with this, but just in case, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of a thing called chemtrails, right?
Yes, I have.
Now,
you conspiracy theorist, that's just natural.
I mean, so exactly. Now, this is what we hear. This is what we hear from anytime anybody brings any of this stuff up, this is what we hear all the time.
The chemtrail theory originated in the 1990s and has since been widely debunked by scientists, meteorologists, and aviation experts. The scientific community has extensively studied contrails and their effects. Any claim that these trails contain harmful chemicals deliberately released into the atmosphere lacks credible evidence.
Yeah. Cheers.
So, okay. The claim is that if you believe that chemicals are being used in contrails in order to control the weather or control the climate, you're a conspiracy theorist.
You're mental.
And you're not allowed to, but yet here we are. We have the UK talking about injecting chemicals
because that's better
I mean, that is exactly what chemtrails are, is injecting chemicals into clouds to control the climate. But we're told that's a conspiracy theory and we're batshit crazy if we believe that. Meanwhile, they're telling us that's exactly what they're doing.
You're mental. You're mental.
Now, furthermore, we've got
a Korean airline doing it. Those Koreans.
Cloud seeding is a weather modification technique
We've been doing cloud seeding
increase
for years.
precipitation, typically in the form of rain or snow, by dispersing substances into clouds. These substances act as nuclei, helping moisture in the clouds condense into water droplets or ice crystals that fall as precipitation.
Because it never rains.
Since its introduction in 1946, cloud seeding has been used in drought-prone areas or regions with limited water supplies to boost rainfall, replenish reservoirs, support agriculture, and ensure water availability for communities. Cloud seeding is usually done through various methods such as ground-based generators, rockets, and more commonly through aerial dispersal.
That seems
Planes
very
equipped with
environmentally
flares
friendly.
or dispersal devices release seeding agents directly into the target clouds. The aircraft flies through or above the clouds, dispersing substances such as silver iodide, sodium chloride, or dry ice.
You mean injecting chemicals?
This is the most common and effective method, allowing precise targeting of specific cloud formations.
Yeah, that looks natural. I see that all the time in Orange County, by the way. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I got another clip here that I want to play. This guy is explaining what you see out there in Arizona all the time. Here you go.
If you look up here, you can see all these clouds. These are jet contrails, okay? In fact, if you look way over there, you can see there's a jet making that one. These are all contrails from jets coming out of LA. You can see that line going across there. It goes that way, and there's a line going across that way. These are contrails too. They've made this giant cirrus cloud.
Look at that.
So these jets have made this big cloud right here that stretches from that horizon, from LA, as far as you can see that way, going east, like toward New York and the rest of the cities out there. So yeah, those are chemtrails, but they're the chemicals coming out of the exhaust on the jet, which is probably mostly vapor, but there's some other things mixed in.
So, okay, what in the world does all that mean, Greg?
It means they're poisoning us.
I mean, how can we not think that they are? I mean, it's only logical to me. They're literally.
There you go again, Donnie.
What?
Using that logic.
Using that logic?
Conspiracy people, I'm telling you, logic and reason. Do your own research. You idiot. You're a bigot fascist. That's what you are. What do you know? Are you an expert? Are you a cloud expert now?
No, I'm definitely not. But you know what I am? I'm very observant, and I observe how these leftists, these environmentalists, these alarmists, climate alarmists, are always complaining about how we're having these abnormal weather events.
Yes.
Meanwhile, they're playing with the weather.
You think so?
So
how does one plane at the same altitude not have that and one plane does? That's what I want to know. How is that?
You got me, man. Something, yeah. But so okay, the idea is they're planning on producing more clouds over the UK in an effort to block out the sun, to reflect the sun back. So they spent all these years fighting pollution because pollution was blocking the sun. And now they want to block the sun. Meanwhile, since 2010 to 2024, there's been an 8,000% increase in the UK in solar panel installations. As they've been trying to convert their energy usage over to solar energy. And now they want to block out the sun.
Listen, mate, I have a brilliant idea. It's very lovely. Just listen to this idea, mate. You know those solar panels that we're using to turn the lights on and off? Yeah, I know. Well, mate, here's what we're going to do. We're going to block out the sun so we don't get any more light for the panels.
That's right.
But mate, how are we going to?
By golly, that's genius. Why didn't we think of this before?
Oh, I don't know.
What's this?
Talk about it.